wonderful people. Thank you so much for being here. It's great to see you. Hope you're well. Not Defining is a place where we talk about gender, we talk about sexuality, we talk about gender presentation, so that you can feel at your best and most confident however you define. So today, I'm going to be talking about one of those things which has always fascinated me, that alpha macho guy, okay? I am going to explain to you what is going on and how we can actually come to understand him. So, what we need to understand is this is a person who has been conditioned in his life to believe that his value rests upon him being considered as strong, tough. Okay, so probably when he was growing up, his parents or his caregivers or his family or his society, whatever it is, told him or made him feel like you've got to be tough and strong, you've got to not show emotion, you've got to be dominant, you've got to be all of these things. And that is the way that you are going to get love. That is the way you're going to get status. That is the way that you're going to get people to accept you. Okay? Now, at our base, that is what all human beings want. We just want to be loved. And so the thing to think about with this guy is that this is a person who is dependent on other people's validation. Okay, that's a really, really important thing to remember. This is a person who desperately needs other people to feel that he is a certain way. Okay, so it might be other men that he looks up to. He wants to feel included and feel a sense of belonging with them. So he acts tough. It might be with women that he perceives as attractive. And it might also be people who he deems as less than him. Okay, so he will try and dominate them, try to control them so that he gets that feeling of power. Yeah? It's a feeling that he needs in order to feel okay within himself. Now, the problem with this is that when we rely as human beings on other people's external validation, it's a very unstable place to be. And if you look at these kind of men, they're not very kind of stable people, are they? They're not really very kind of peaceful characters, right? They're quite kind of volatile, yeah? And that's because they desperately need other people's validation in the ways I just described. The other thing that we will notice about these kind of men is that they're not really very happy, if you think about it, are they? I mean, if you think about that kind of guy, it's normally kind of quite gruff, you know, it's kind of angry, aggressive, you know. These aren't really happy, contented emotions, are they? They're actually quite sad, negative emotions. So a lot of the time these people aren't very happy. And the reason for that, of course, is because when we rely on other people's validation, we are not going to feel at our happiest. We're not going to feel content. Because contentment comes from knowing that you are valid and that you are perfect just the way you naturally are. If you are looking for external validation, whether from people or from achievements or fame or money or whatever it is, you are always going to be unstable because those things are unreliable, and you are always going to be unhappy. So what I want you to think about when faced with a person like this is just actually think about how sad and lost that person really is. I kind of tend to feel sorry for people like that, because really they're kind of like enslaved by their need for validation. They're kind of a prisoner of this need to dominate other people, this need to be the best, this need to constantly compete. And it's not always just like physically aggressive people. It can be like academically competitive people, or, there's always that person who will pipe up with some big idea and they need for you to kind of agree with them. Otherwise, like, they get really agitated and they need to feel superior. I often now feel sorry for those people, because it's like, you really care about what people think of you, don't you? Like, you really care. And obviously I don't say this because they'll just get angry, but I often just reflect on it when I see that person, just like, okay, and they're really a victim. That's the way to see them. They're a victim of their environment. They were once a little child, just wanting to be loved by their parents, just wanting to be validated by maybe a big brother or an uncle or whatever it was. They just wanted to be loved, and that's the way that they learned that people were going to accept them. Be the tough guy, and then you're going to feel good. But they never feel good because they never quite attain it. So just reflect upon that, and then I want you to think about yourself and think to yourself how different you are from them. You are a person who knows that the way you naturally are, without having to dominate or control anybody else, without having to strive or compete, without having to do anything, you are naturally perfect in your natural state. You are at peace with yourself. You love yourself just the way that you are. And when you really embody that natural, peaceful self-acceptance, there's no reason for you to feel intimidated by this person. They're just kind of lost and insecure and fragile people. And then you think of yourself and you think, gosh, I'm so glad I'm not like that. I'm really happy with the way I am. And so you don't need to respond and try and win against them. And you also don't need to kind of kowtow to them. You just need to kind of let them be. Trust me when I say this, when you are embodying that energy of self-acceptance, like everything that you are is perfect, you are going to be one of those people that no one starts crap with, because it shows. People who like to dominate other people are good at gauging energy, and if you feel intimidated by them because you want their validation, they're going to get that and they're going to try and come to you. But like I say, just rest in your natural energy and you will give off such a peaceful, strong, confident vibe. And if anybody does try to give you hassle, being in this mindset is just going to allow you to respond in a really, really amazing, confident way. It's not going to be competitive. It's not going to be cut out. It's just going to be like, oh, okay, like, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm good. Like, I'll just be over there, But have a good day. Take care of yourself. Like, the words that are coming out your mouth don't need to be planned, because you will just be in that mindset. So what do you think about this? Have you been in this situation before? What do you think about my analysis of it? I'd love to know. And if you like this content, then please share it with someone else. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because it really helps us to get this stuff out to more people who need it. I will be speaking to you very soon. I hope you have a great day and take care. Bye for now.